In this video, we'll provide a step-by-step tutorial on how to freeze your credit with all three bureaus. Feel free to pause the video to read the disclaimer or find the full disclaimer in the video description below. Here I have the dedicated links pulled up for freezing your credit with Experian, Equifax, and Transunion. You can just Google the name of each bureau followed by credit freeze to bring up their dedicated link, but I've also provided these three links in the video description as well. Freezing your credit is also completely free. Starting off with Experian, you'll click on Create a Free Account if you haven't already made one, and then it'll prompt you to enter the last 4 digits of your social security number, as well as your full phone number. You'll be getting a link texted to your phone number or a call with a 6-digit code, so make sure you use a phone number you can access right away. You can then click Get Started, which will allow you to continue, and you'll receive the link or the code. In my case, I was texted a link to my cell phone, and after I clicked on it, I was taken to the next page on my computer. For me, the page pre-populated most of my information, so I just needed to review it and edit any information as needed. From there, you can click Submit and Continue, and then you can create your account. The membership part's a little confusing, as both options are listed as $0. My guess is that the Experian service account is offered for free, at least initially, and then there may be some type of service fee later, as it's listed as Experian Limited Registration. I went with the free membership option, which if you click on it is listed as their most basic type of membership. From there, you'll enter your email address, which will be your username, and then you'll create a password for your account. Next, it'll ask you to select a security question and add your answer to that question, and to set up a 4-digit PIN. So if you forget your username or password in the future, you can regain access to your account. You'll then see their disclosures and links to their agreements, which you'll be agreeing to when you click Submit and Continue. After you click to continue, you'll be taken to the security freeze page within your account, so you can click the toggle to go from the unfrozen setting to the frozen one in order to freeze your file. When you change that setting, you'll also get a pop-up message as well. With all three bureaus, you're also able to schedule a thaw later on if you want to temporarily unfreeze your credit file in order to apply for new credit. You can also just manually unfreeze it before you apply and refreeze it again once you've applied and been approved or denied. For Equifax, once you're on their dedicated page for freezing your credit, you'll click on Place a Security Freeze, and then it'll ask you for your basic information, including your first and last name, date of birth, social security number, and your cell phone number, followed by your current address. You'll be prompted to check the box confirming you're not a robot, and then you can click Continue. Next, it'll ask you to enter your email address and enter it a second time to confirm it, and then to create a password and confirm the password again as well. You'll then be prompted to read through and agree to their terms, check the box confirming you've done this, and click Continue. Next, it'll ask you to verify your identity by texting you a link with a one-time code to the cell phone number you provided earlier. You can also opt for the link to be sent to your email address instead if you prefer. After clicking the button to send the code, you'll be asked to enter the code, and then you can click Continue. Now you'll see that your account's been set up, and you can click Continue to be taken to the page where you can freeze your credit. Since your credit isn't frozen, you'll see a Place a Freeze button on the page. You can click that button, which will take you to a screen that explains credit freezes, and now you'll click the Place a Freeze button, which will take you to a confirmation page showing you've successfully placed the Equifax credit freeze, and they give you the option to download a PDF confirmation as well. If you click back to Dashboard, you'll also see that your credit's frozen. If you want to unfreeze your credit, you'll click the Manage a Freeze link and then click the Manage a Freeze button. Next, you'll be asked if you want to do a temporary lift of the freeze or if you want to do a permanent lift. Using a permanent lift as an example, once you click Continue, they'll confirm once more that you understand how removing a freeze works, and then you can click the Remove Freeze button to finish having it removed. Finally, let's go through the process for Transunion. On their dedicated page, you'll click Add a Freeze, and then you'll be asked for your first and last name, your address, and if you've lived there for over 6 months. If the answer is no, you'll need to enter your previous address as well. You'll also be asked for your email, cell phone number, date of birth, and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Next, you'll either select yes or no for receiving tips and news from Transunion and their partners, and then you can click the button at the bottom to continue to step 2. On the next page, you'll be prompted to create a username and a password to create your account. As you scroll down, you'll also need to confirm your password, select a security question from their list, and add your answer to that question as well. You'll then be prompted to read through their terms and privacy policy, and by clicking I accept and continue to step 3, you'll be agreeing to everything. Next, you'll need to verify your identity by receiving a passcode as a text message or phone call, so you can select whichever one you prefer, and then click Agree and Send Passcode. You'll now enter that passcode you just received on the next page, and then click the Verify My Identity button, which will bring you to a confirmation confirmation page letting you know your account's been created. Next, you can click Continue, which will take you to your dashboard. You should see an alert at the top of the page asking you to verify your email address by clicking on the Verify this email button and then clicking on the link that'll be sent to your email. I did the email verification before freezing my credit, but you should be able to freeze your credit first if you prefer. To freeze your credit, you'll click on the Credit Freeze section of your main dashboard and click on the Add Freeze button. Next, they'll give you information about the credit freeze, and then you can click Continue. Now, I had a slight issue where the page got stuck after clicking Continue, and it was just showing as continuing with a loading sign for some time. But I ended up going back into my dashboard again and just redoing the steps for freezing my credit, and that second time it did work, as I got to the confirmation page saying the freeze was added successfully. Once you get to that page, if you click Continue, you'll see that your credit report's frozen. If you want to unfreeze it later, you can click Remove Freeze or temporarily lift freeze. Using Remove Freeze as an example, once you click the button, you'll be asked to confirm if you want to remove it or just temporarily lift it. So you can click Continue and finish up with removing the freeze. That's the full process of freezing your credit for free with Experian, Equifax, and Transunion. If you have kids, you may want to consider having their credit frozen as well, especially since most people don't have credit until they're adults, from things like taking out student loans or opening a credit card, so minors might not find out someone's taken out loans or credit cards in their name until years later as an adult. Let me know in the comments, are you planning to place a credit freeze with the 3 bureaus? If you enjoyed this video, you may be interested in this video next, where we give a full review of the American Express High Yield Savings Account, which is currently offering over 4% APY on account balances with no monthly fees. Or this video, where we go through and rank the checking accounts of the 5 biggest banks in the US: Chase, Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, and US Bank. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more of this type of content, be sure to click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you want to be notified when we release new videos, don't forget to click the notification bell as well. Thanks for watching and see you next time.